All right. Back on the streets of Dublin. What are stew nachos?
I believe that's
All right.
fish and nacho burger.
I hope you're wrong.
It's stewed fish nachos burger.
No, I need it to be a thing. I
Whatever it was.
need it to be a thing. Need stew nachos to be a thing. Got a Mexican grill. Now, Jane didn't tell us what cathedral this is right here. Hey, what if we get down here
Jane's not a very good tour guide.
and the statue of Molly has been moved again?
I know. Where'd she go?
We're looking for Molly.
That's Molly's cathedral.
Yeah, let's name the whole cathedral after Molly after we named it after Daniel O'Connell yesterday. Or was that 2 days ago now? That was 2 days ago. My gosh. We've done a lot.
Get my picture of the
Somebody will,
of the
because you know
ribbon.
I'm gonna. So this is Molly Malone, and you're supposed to rub her bosom for good luck. So the shenanigator over here, you can see he's decked out in all his Danny Ainge, Boston Celtic, Paul Pierce gear today. He's feeling the Shamrock cultural pride. Right, Doug. Come on, Doug. Doug, you're gonna sit in the basket? There he is. And that might be your thumbnail, folks.
That's nice.
And that might be your thumbnail, folks.
Is that what you wrote for good?
That's the only time I've ever ripped boobies in my entire life.
Honking on some bobos.
Honking on the bubbles.
All right, so we left the Molly Malone statue, and now we've made our way onto College Green, and we're gonna go over here to the bank on College Green, which is a bar and restaurant that is in an ornate old bank building. So definitely something different and unique. We'll be able to sit down for a little while, rest, relax, and hopefully have a good meal. Probably not eating here after all, because it is just a bit more expensive, but you can see how beautiful they've turned this place in and ornate. This old bank. Here in the inside of O'Neill's Pub, right across the way from Molly Malone's statue. This is just half of it, but having a little something different. For lunch today, I've had a sandwich for lunch, I think just about every day. So excited to have something different. And here's what we're dealing with for lunch today. Got the spicy beef nacho platter. Several different kinds of cheese, including some just native to Dublin. Some beef, some jalapenos, got some sour cream, some guac, and some salsa here that I can dip with. This looks fantastic. Per use, sitting here eating with Doug. Doug got this ginormous shepherd's pie and some mushy peas.
We were at the Braves game the other night.
Humongous. We've been on the bus for a little while now because we're doing a bus tour of Dublin this afternoon, but we did get off the bus because we're going to head into the cathedral here. We've got the gardens out in front of it, and on this beautiful day, no surprise, everybody's lounging around and relaxing in the gardens. If you're curious about whose cathedral this is, that would be St. Patrick. So good old St. Patty. The stained glass tells the story of St. Patrick.
So then he escaped, and on the right bottom he gets back to Wales. He studies, he becomes a priest, and he becomes a bishop. And the Pope sends him back to Ireland, the middle in the world. Comes back here and he starts to Christianize. And that's why I'm wearing, I bought that this year. I go to Austria, married to an Austrian, go to Austria every year in January, February, March. And I know this lady who has a shop that sells clothes. And up on top of the mountain, she said, Rosemary, you must come tomorrow to my shop, store, you call it. I have something for you. And she showed me this green, and the following week was St. Patrick's Day. and we have to celebrate it. So we had a big dinner of the top, not a dinner, yes, with Irish music, and I was the only Irish person there. Everybody else, my husband was Austrian, and all the rest were Austrian.
Let's talk about the cathedral of this man, right here. St. Patrick himself. This cathedral is beautiful. Like most of the medieval type cathedrals of Europe are. What always astounds me when I am in these places is to look back to that time period and the fact that there were no cranes, there was no machinery. You know, the guys that built this place had scaffolding, and that was about it. Okay, so they're so much beyond what my mind can understand. Okay, within this, they have a tree of remembrance that was dedicated to the church back in 2014. I'll show you guys, I've got a picture of it here. Give me just a second. You can see it right there. It's given to the church in 2014 in recognition of the 100 years since World War I. And the most famous dean of the church, so almost like a former bishop, sorry, had a sneezing fit there, but the most famous former dean of the church was Jonathan Swift, the author of Gulliver's Travels. And just a side note that relates to me psychologically that I love is when he died, he left 12,000 pounds to be given to create the first basically insane asylum or insane hospital to help those, and it's still operational today. And then another neat fact is this memorial right here was created by Richard Boyle in honor of his wife, and this little boy right here went on to become Robert Boyle, one of the main fathers of chemistry, author of Boyle's Law of Gas. So here's a good view of the cathedral from a bit of a distance away from the side. So we're getting ready to get back on the bus to continue our bus tour. Off the bus again in this massive park in central Dublin, and you can see this huge cross here, and it's at this spot that Pope John Paul gave a sermon and held a mass here. He spoke from up there, and of course thousands of people turned out for that, and they were going to take the cross down after he spoke, and instead they wanted it left. They said that just a few years ago, before the pandemic, that they did some restoration to it. Here, up at the top right by the cross, pretty high up there. But looking out, you see these paths that have been carved in the grass, folks to go out there and walk. Those mountains in the distance are the Dublin Mountains. You can tell they're nowhere near the size of the mountains around the Ring of Kerry, the McGillicuddy Mountains. These are about the size of Kennesaw Mountain or Lost Mountain back home where we're from. Okie dokie. Off the bus tour's over. We're here at the Lansdowne Hotel. Gonna see a little Irish dancing and participate in a little Irish dancing.
center. And in, 2, 3, and in, 2, 3, back, 2, 3, and back in again. In, 2, 3, and in, 2, 3, back, 2, 3, and circle to the right. Hop, 2, 3, 4 claps. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 and 2 and 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Focus the right arm. Right arm. 2, 3. And again with your feet. And left arm this time. Left. 2, 3 into our circle. And go. In. 2, 3. Woo! 2, 3 and up. In. 2, 3 and woo! 1, 2, 3 and go. So to the music is about 10 times faster. Are we ready? I did sing.
Yes. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, cry cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Pretty good, guys.
You know, I'm on pace.
3, 4. Two, 3, 4.
Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
2, hop. 1, 2, hop. 1, 2, 3, turn. Can we do that again? Hop. 1, 2, hop. 1, 2, hop. 1, 2, 3, turn. Hop. Left. Hop. Left. Hop. Left. 2, 3, turn. So that's the first part of the dance. The next part is very similar, but it's like cut in half. So there's only one hop. Hop. 1, 2, 3, turn. 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 Okay. So the first part of the dance has 3 hops. And then we turn. The second part of the dance only has 1 hop, okay? Remember, if we face the stage, we're on the right foot. When we turn and face the bar, we're on the left foot, alright? Now just do be careful when you're turning, or it's quite slippy. Try holding it up. Okay, we're going to make our long line of stairs. So we're up at the top, and then each couple can slide in behind. So there's ladies first. Perfect. Next two. Oh, okay.
We'll go after Reese.
So for the right foot, we're going to start making our way.
We just messed it up.
Right foot
Hold on, we're
ready.
all going at the same time. This is
Yeah.
We've reached our location for dinner tonight. Senate's Bar or Pub. Come along to see what this pub looks like. This is the downstairs of Senate's Bar.
Look, he's so professional. Carrie eats first. Professional.
Trying to be. Here's dinner.
So you have at least one, and because of
Somebody help him. So it is like a bacon cutlet, similar to what I had a few nights ago at the hotel, and then some cabbage and some mashed potatoes. Right, here is dessert. They turned the lights down so harder to see, but we have this teeny tiny cheesecake and then a big old brownie. Holy moly, Eddie. We had quite another full day today. I did a bad job of getting Eddie out and about and in videos and having pictures of him today. He was with me all day long. I've had him with me every day, everywhere we've gone, he's been in my pocket. Just today, it was such a whirlwind, and I just forgot to pull him out. So I'm sorry, buddy. You're making it into the end of this video, though. So the educator has been all over Ireland with me. Tomorrow morning, we get up very, very early because we have to catch a ferry boat to take us over to England and Wales for the last couple days of this tour. So Eddie, I know you don't have a passport, but you're coming with me again. Thank all of you so much for tuning in and watching along on our adventures in Ireland. If you're enjoying this, please give it a like down below, as it goes a long way to help our channel. And think about subscribing. We're trying to reach our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of the calendar year, and we have just over 400, so we're almost there. Until next time, what's your why?